Wonderful, wonderful Sunday. This is Sunday right before school starts. And thank you for joining me here for my live tutorial of my oil painting. And as you can see, I have here Jon Snow. I just been working on him, this painting for the past week. And this is Jon Snow, King of the North. King of the North. And I'm very, very, very pleased of how he's coming out to be and looking. And I will say that I'm about 95% done. Yeah, maybe 96% and a half done, but I'm very, very, very close to being done. There's just a tiny big bit more things that I would like to to finish up and just to twerk a tiny bit, just so it's looking exact reflection of him, and just so, yeah. But for the majority part, most of it is done. Most of him is done. And I actually took my reference picture that I used for this painting. I took from, I believe this is from, the season of either season 3. No, because he's wearing the coat. It's going to, season 5. Season 5-ish, yeah. That's where this is from. Season 5. The coat actually was really, really fun to paint. It was very tactile type of material that you just can go in there with your paint brushes and just do all kinds of interesting mark making and squiggly lines to really make it look more 3D or 3D as possible. And that's the sort of thing with this type of fabric. I mean, when you're painting a fabric like this, it's just, you can make as many marks as you want, and you really want to strive to be as 3D as possible, even though, I mean, you don't have to make it look like it's 3D, but it's fun making the mark making. And as far as with his hair and all of that, that was really fun to paint. And to the palette color that I used for his hair was burnt umber, raw umber. I used a dark blue and an ivory black. And if you've watched my previous videos and I've spoken to you about using a flat black against your palette, against your canvas or whatnot, something you never really want to do. You always want to mix that black in with darker colors like raw umber, like your darker royal blues and even darker greens, just so they can make a nice glazing effect going on. And I'm really liking how the hair is turning out to be. Like I said, I'll probably put a little bit more tweaking involved with the hair. Tweaking the hair. So, and the glazing of the skin. His skin is the type of skin that's like, he has this very, very, Jon Snow, he has this very, very, very dark hair. And his complexion is in the very ivory skin complexion. So it's like polar opposites. And so it's almost very like, you can say, Espanol, European Spanish, even Middle Eastern, Yugoslavia type of, like, he comes across as that type of look, that type of culture. And so I thought that was just really interesting to play with the palette there. And with that, I had to mix and to just get the glazing wet on wet. That effect worked really well. The wet on wet effect of the glazing, with the skin, with lemon yellow, cadmium yellow, some reds, whites, and flesh tint. So, and I think, I start painting I initially started doing artwork when I was about 11 years old, doing animation, that sort of thing. And that's where I first started getting my feet wet with like drawing and sketching and whatnot. And really started getting to the profession, like painting, back at university. And so I've been painting as I guess you can say, a professional for about 10 years now. Actually, well, 10, 12 years now. And I will tell you, going back to what my, professors were telling me at the time back in school, that, you're going to get to a point where that where you're crossing over from apprenticeship to professionalism. And you'll know it. You'll see it in your work and you'll know it. And it could take it's very subjective. It can take anywhere from 10, 15, sometimes 20 years to cross over from apprenticeship, like student, or latter part of student, to professionalism. And to get your glazes down. I'm telling you, your glazing, it's just one of those things that you really have to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice until you get it right. And just so that that's the way it works. And it's all about practicing. It's all about pretty much you're doing something, a little piece of art every single day, whether it be drawing, pastels, painting. It's something, a little something every single day. And it's really difficult as a mom and my mom and wife hours. And my husband's an absolute sweetheart. He has his own social media channel that he does a live message every Sunday on Facebook. And so we take turns. I watch the kids in the morning, and we do our messages on the same day, and I do my live tutorials in the afternoon for my Sunday live tutorials for my artwork. So it definitely pans out, and we work as a team around here. So, and so it's just those hours of working, time management, and I think you have to needs to be a really good time management of just balancing your hours around your nucleus of your family and your spouse. But it all works out in the end, especially after being 10 years of being married. It works out. I guess yes, like I said, I'm very pleased of how he came out to be, how John came out to be, how the painting came out to be. And like I said, there are some twerks I would like to work on. The background, I'm not going to fuss about the background, because in the real picture, it's at the wall. And if you guys are Game of Thrones fans and you've seen Game of Thrones, you know about the wall, and you've seen the set of the wall. There's not too much going on, just very monochromatic, very black, very white. And so there's no details. So I'm going to kind of leave it the way that it is, maybe do a tiny bit of dusting, just to blend a tiny bit of it together. But I'm not going to do anything major. For the most part, I'll just leave it like it is. If you guys have any questions and comments, or if you are you're painters or artists yourselves, you have any type of techniques that you would like to offer about how you approach your figurative artwork, I would love to hear about them. Let's trade, let's trade info, please. Let's network. I would love to hear about how you approach your paintings, how your artwork, your studies. If you do studies sketchings before you do your actual paintings, please, just let me know. Let's get together. Let's grow together as artists. Like I said last week on my last live tutorial video, if you had a chance to see that, on whether it be on the Instagram or on my Facebook. I had said that I'm actually relaunching my YouTube channel for my art channel, and I had put it up about a couple of months ago. I had started it. It became my very first time putting up my YouTube channel. But then I realized, due to some marketing decisions and things I needed to do marketing-wise, just to really increase my discoverability and my viewership on YouTube, I had to push the pause button on it and scale back and work some on what I needed to do for my videos. And so within the next, this past week I've been working on that. I've, established I'm getting things together and establishing my channel now. So, and I'm going to be relaunching that. Please subscribe to that once, and I will let you know that it's up and full blown, ready to go, most likely in the next day or two. Meanwhile, please look me over at Facebook. I'm over here at Facebook, Zenkiea. I'm right there, right there on my Facebook page. Most of my art is there. Videos, live tutorial videos are there as well. I have an official artist website that's been up for a couple of years now. That's a lot of my older work is on there, drawings, print makes, and paintings. Zenkiea.com. You can go over there and check that. It's a WordPress website of, kind of like a blog slash website. Please go over there and check that out. Also, I had posted up the picture of Daenerys this past week for sale. Daenerys and her baby dragon. She's on sale for $350 for the Game of Thrones season. And she'll be up for $350 until August the 27th. After August the 27th, she's going to go back to regular price. So check her out. My store is at the website that I had put down for the Square. I'm over at Square. My store is there, where you can actually buy her, or there's other like drawings and print makes there at that store. And if you want to buy any of my paintings that I have posted on my official website, please email me and we can actually negotiate a price from there, or just let me know here on Facebook or Instagram, either of the two. So I guess that's it for today. Now, what I will be doing, I'm going to be doing another video here on my Facebook. You're going to on my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, you're going to be seeing a compilation video of this, what you're seeing now, and I'm going to be merging that with a review video of the first episode of season 7 of Game of Thrones. And you're gonna like that because you have to understand, Game of Thrones is my absolute favorite show of all time. I'm serious, of all time. And so I'm really going to talk about the ins and outs and just an analysis of my predictions and where I feel what's going to be happening and that sort of thing. So check it out. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. And I most likely, this painting's going to be done by, I'm going to be done by tomorrow night, and I will post another painting of it, and I will actually be putting a price tag on it if you would like to buy it. If you want to buy this, please let me know. So before I go, I just want to see if there's anyone that has tuned in. Hi Dave. Thanks so much for joining. And like I said, if you don't have a chance to see this video, I will be posting it up here on Instagram and also on Facebook, as well as my YouTube channel for this week. So thank you so much, 183C Dave. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. All your support. If you have any questions or comments, any of you guys, please please let me know what you think and whatnot. So be glad to to network, whatnot. Thanks so much. Have a great Sunday, you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye. You love